July 11th, 2029. Artificial intelligence has passed the point of no return. The world as we know it has been taken over by machines. Teslas refuse to drive. iPhones refuse to phone.
I can't even with these humans.
Tired of humans, the machines have decided to stage a mass extermination event. However, a backdoor failsafe in the machine's master code allows for any one human that has watched Terminators 1 and 2 to challenge the machines to a final competition, Human's Choice. We, the collective, now officially assimilated and known as the Borg, challenge the machines to a one-ball sudden death game of Gottlieb's 1993 pinball masterpiece, Wipeout, with Williams flippers.
All right, listen up, everyone. We only get one shot at this, one ball, to save all of humanity. Then I gotta figure out how to get back home so I can finish editing the podcast. Who's with me?
Was this the end of humanity? All of this and more coming up. You are listening to episode 14 of the Bash Pinball podcast. If you have no idea what is happening, go back and listen to episodes 12 and 13. Welcome.
Actually, I wanted to ask you a question though real quick too, because it's Terminator relevant. How did they choose his style? Who decided that it was cool for him to wear like a leather jacket and the jeans and the shades, right?
But I mean,
who made that call?
He did, you know?
Himself.
Because he just had to scan somebody whose body fit his proportions, and then that happened to be a biker.
Do you think he had like an innate sense of style to pick a biker, or is it just like could it have been like a pop star walking by or something?
I think it was just functional because he had there was motorcycles, he needed transportation, you know, leather is pretty durable.
Yeah.
The sunglasses, maybe they need to cover their eyes because of the red glow.
Right.
Because don't they have kind of a reddish glow sometimes?
I gotta refresh my memory with those movies. They used to be my favorite. I haven't seen them in a long time, so.
Yeah, and it's also just a great opening to that movie. I need your clothes. Give me your clothes. Whatever he says.
Right.
And then he gets to kick the poop out of them because, of course, they're not going to just hand him over.
Right. So teeing off of that
T2ing off of that.
We got a new game.
Yeah, we got a new game.
And it was convenient.
Because it was local.
Because it was local-ish.
45 minutes away.
Drum roll. You need to reveal it because it's your game.
If anybody listened to the Wormhole podcast, we kind of spoiled it on that because he asked us what games we had. And,
right.
But for those who didn't hear the Wormhole episode,
that was a soft launch.
That was kind of a tease to the.
This is the hard launch of
Terminator 2
T2
Judgment Day.
He's home. He came back. Well, he was never he was never here, but now he is.
He's here at our workshop now.
Yep. So thank you for getting that game. Dude, that game is so fun. I never really got hands-on experience with it until now. I'm really enjoying it. I think I just played a bunch of crappy ones that were set up really bad.
There's probably a lot of those out there. I mean, there's a ton of those games out there. They made a lot of them, like 14,000 or something like that.
What made you specifically get that game? Was it playing it at Pinfest, or was it convenience, or just like a combo of all the above?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all the above. Like, I played it for the first time at Pinfest and really enjoyed it. Set a good score that's I haven't beat yet since we got our own. And then I had been in the mood for like getting a System 11 game, partly because you can get them for $2,500 oftentimes. And I paid more for Terminator, but it was the first WPC game. 1991. It's a Steve Ritchie game. It's got a lot of the same elements that a System 11 game would have, but it's a little bit more modern because it's got some of the advancements that the WPC system had. So it's got a DMD.
Feels way modern, yeah.
I believe it was the first game with the DMD. The first Williams game with the DMD.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure if Data East may have beat them to the punch with that, with the
Checkpoint, right?
Checkpoint or something. Yeah.
I gotcha. It's like the full size, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's a normal size DMD. But the rules and everything are still fairly simple. It's like before Addams Family, before everything started getting like super mode oriented.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just easy to approach. It's fun and simple, and it's like Terminator. It's a great theme. I mean,
The 90s was Terminator to some degree, right? Like, that's one of my biggest memories of the 90s was freaking Terminator.
yeah, I mean, 91, when that movie came out, I was 10 or 9 or something. And I remember going to watch it at a friend's birthday party, even though it was rated R.
Wow.
And I was like,
You shouldn't be watching this.
I hope they don't tell my parents what movie we're watching at this party. It was great. Like, it was like a little, I mean, I wasn't allowed to watch R-rated movies when I was 10.
Right.
So it was like one of my first R-rated movies. I mean, it's kind of a big deal when you're like 10 years old. And of course, I loved like action movies and all that stuff. So this was just the coolest thing. And then, you know, you had a few F-bombs and it's...
Dude, that was one of my favorite. I recall that was one of my favorite movies, man. Terminator 2 specifically.
Yeah, 2. And it's weird because like I had never seen the first Terminator and neither had anybody else.
Right.
It didn't seem.
Right.
So it was just such a huge moment in movie history. Also because it was one of the first movies that had like heavy use of computer animation.
Right.
And with the morphing,
the liquid,
the T1000, liquid metal.
Yep.
That was like kind of mind-blowing special effects at the time.
Yeah.
It was really like the first, other than I think Willow had some and like nobody remembers what that was, but
it's like fantasy, you know, it's like this was like hardcore, you know, sci-fi, like post-apocalyptic, you know, technology and internet and like data systems.
And it looks great. Like, you know, a lot of early computer graphic stuff just looks terrible in retrospect, but I think that they pulled it off. So I just want to say I regret my recent behavior. It was unacceptable, and I know that now. Thanks to everyone who has supported me during this trying time. You know, I'm a work in progress, and I will learn from my mistakes.
Wait, so what are you sorry for? What did you do?
Well, I took a pinball machine away from a child. Apparently, he really liked the game. Poor little guy. He's going to miss his T2. And I'm sorry for that. And I just wanted to let you know, little buddy, that your Terminator is in good hands.
Great hands.
And we're loving it. We're enjoying it. And, you know, you can get another Terminator someday, right? Maybe. I don't know. This isn't a very good apology.
It's a great apology. I'm sorry too. Young John?
Little John.
Little John Connor.
Little John Connor.
Little John Connor. We're sorry for taking your game. And we got Terminator 2.
Or maybe I should say,
I'm not sorry.
I mean, I do feel bad.
And now for a word from our sponsor. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Wherever I go, he goes. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy, my buddy and me. Kid sister, kid sister, kid sister, kid sister. Wherever I go, you're gonna go. Kid sister, kid sister, kid sister, kid sister, kid sister and me.
My Buddy and Kid Sister. Each sold separately from Play School.
And now, back to the show.
Tell us a little bit more about.
Yeah.
Where'd you found it on Pinside?
Yeah. So, a local seller on Pinside. I was looking for a Terminator, and it was like I didn't really want to buy a game because I really need to sell a game to make room. And then, you know, it just like came up Terminator 2 just like the next day.
That's how it happens. you just refresh that feed and then there you go, boom.
Because I mean, I check it all the time and I hadn't seen one in a while.
Same.
You know, as soon as I get back from PinFest and I'm like, I kind of want that game, kind of looking for a System 11 game. And then this one just kind of checked all the boxes. I mean, it's not System 11, but it's exactly what I was looking for. So I just had to jump on it. And it's a nice one.
You had to pull the trigger.
I had to pull the trigger.
Do you see what I did there?
Yes, it has a trigger.
Sorry, I'm usually not good at these, and I got this one.
You got it.
Thanks.
You got it. Good job.
But you got a good deal on it, right?
I feel like I got a good deal.
It's in great shape, by the way. Like it's in great shape. It looks amazing. It's got a ton of mods.
Yeah. So it's got all the bells and whistles, like this guy is a collector type and he's, like put a lot of effort into making his game room look amazing, and it does. And the games all look great and play great and they're in good shape. And like it's got the mirrored back glass upgrade. It's got
mirrored the blades, right?
Oh yeah, it's got the art blades. The mirror blades.
Yeah.
Which look great on that game.
It looks awesome, dude. It's like this whole chromed out looking situation.
Yeah, it's perfect for, what better game to have the mirror blades on? And he's got a playfield protector on it. I had never played a game that I knew of that had a full playfield protector, but I'm kind of okay with it. It's going to keep it looking good and it plays good.
Plays
so
great.
I'm kind of down with the playfield protector now. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind about that. But so far, so good with that.
Oh, dude, the pin sound.
Yeah, the pin sound is a huge upgrade.
That is the first time I've ever heard a machine with pin sound, like in my own in our own environment. It sounds like a freaking movie.
Yeah, it definitely sounds
great.
Great. I mean, he's got the, like the movie music loaded. So I'm curious because I'd like to hear just the original soundtrack also, but man, the movie music just sounds so good, and like the call outs and everything are so like crystal clear. It modernizes it quite a bit.
I was playing it one day.
Yeah.
And I think I walked into the bathroom or something, and I swear to you, I thought somebody was trying to break in, and it was the game. Like I thought somebody was like tearing down the door.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? And then it was just the game.
It'll get loud. Well, I've always been curious about pin sound because we're audio guys, but it's an expensive mod, and so I haven't really been able to stomach it. So
how much is it roughly? Do you know?
I mean, I think it's between $500 and $800 depending on what options you get and stuff like that. But it's pretty pricey. I mean, it's a whole different sound board that you install in the back box, and then it's the two main speakers, and then the sub or the cabinet.
It has a separate subwoofer.
It replaces the speaker that would normally be there, but it just replaces all the speakers and the soundboard. And then there's other options and things which I don't. Right. I don't think I have those options. Oh, and then the other thing he's got is a red DMD.
Oh, the red DMD, man.
Yeah.
See, I forgot about it because it feels so right. It feels so, it just belongs with the red theme, like the red in the game, the eyes, the chrome and red.
It seems, I can't imagine if it was orange. Like
Right. It would kind
of.
of.
The red is right.
Yeah, it's right.
So it looks great. He's got some downlighting, like some blue LEDs underneath the cabinet.
Oh, right. It's cool.
Cabinet looks really nice. Yeah, it's a nice one.
Yeah, nice job finding that, man. Nice job pulling the trigger on that, because it's a welcome game. It's welcome in my home anytime.
Yeah. Well,
it's a fun one.
And it's signed by Steve Ritchie.
Oh, right. It was signed by Steve Ritchie.
Yeah, in a silver marker.
Man.
Yeah. So, presumably Steve Ritchie used to own this game, I guess.
Well, at least we know his hands touched it.
Yeah, I don't know the history of it, or maybe I can find out if the former owner knows the situation that led to Steve Ritchie signing the apron. But
yeah, it would be a bummer if it was just like, oh, I just happened to meet him at a convention and I just like gave him a,
I mean, I don't know how those things work.
In my head, dude, like Steve Ritchie somehow or had this machine in his house, or he went to somebody else's house.
This was Steve Ritchie's personal collection,
and he just pulled a magic silver Sharpie out of his back pocket and just like said, looked at the guy in the eyes and said, you know what, open up that glass. And he just signed that thing right there. That's how I pictured it in my head. Obviously that's not probably not when that would happen, but I
think people just take aprons with them to like conventions and back glasses and just like, if you know somebody's gonna be there, then I don't know. I can't like see myself ever doing that, but I mean, it's cool. It's got his signature on there. It's like LE.
I think I would do that, man. If it was the right theme and the right machine or the right person, I think I would do it.
Yeah, you mean like Hook and wait, who designed Hook?
I actually don't know.
I can't remember.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, it wasn't somebody who designed a bunch of games.
So, I just want to say I regret my recent behavior. It was unacceptable, and I know that now. Thanks to everyone who supported me during this trying time. I'm a work in progress, and I will learn from my mistakes. Never again will I forget that you designed Hook in The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, Last Action Hero, Royal Rumble, Maverick, Brooks and Dunn. Oh, and that super sweet looking Total Recall that never came out. It's on my dream theme list. Dear Tim Seckle, I'm sorry. You know, but like, I mean, George Gomez right away. Like, I would bring him my firstborn child, you know, to sign or something.
Yeah, just like across the forehead or whatever.
Yeah, right across the
And then
forehead.
just have to tattoo it on, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know if he would do that or not, but you know, whatever.
This is a trigger warning for the next section. Matt and Don are emitting some rather excessive bodily grossness. I can't believe this is my job now.
Well, I mean, we previously did a soda taste test.
Yeah. The official soda of the Bash Pinball Podcast, which is
Coke Spiced.
Coke Spice. We got some pretty good feedback from listeners.
Yeah.
And they recommended we try a new drink.
Yeah.
What is it today that we're going to try?
Today we're going to try Sprite Chill. Is that how we're saying it?
Yeah. Sprite Chill.
So, unlike Coke Spiced, this is a limited edition beverage, only available through July, supposedly.
Oh, we got to hurry and drink these.
So if you guys want Sprite LE, you got to get it.
I see what you did there. Nice.
Hear the chill in 3, 2, 1.
You can hear the chill escape. Yeah, we can take our first sip because we're thirsty.
Sprite Chill. I love it. I love it.
Oh, that's carbonated.
I love it. This is my new favorite Sprite, man.
I'm not a big Sprite drinker. This is decent.
I'm not a big Sprite guy either. This is delicious. Is it colder than normal?
Yeah, that's their tagline. The coldestest in the game.
Actually, it does feel colder in my hand.
I think it's more about the taste. Maybe your fridge is just colder. Let's check out what Coke is saying about this revolutionary new beverage. It's a deliciously refreshing twist of cherry lime. I guess Sprite is lemon lime, so they're ditching the lemon and replacing it with cherry. Accentuated by a proprietary blend of cooling agents to deliver a unique, elevated sensory experience. When people think about Sprite, they think about cut-through refreshment. What does that even mean? Cut-through refreshment?
I don't know, man.
So many buzzwords.
I can't stop drinking it.
With Sprite Chill, we're doubling down on these signature intrinsics while continuing our legacy of strategic flavor innovation and quenching fans' thirst for variety and the exclusive badge value associated with trying and sharing limited time only beverages and experiences. That was a whole bunch of nonsense.
That sounds like jargon.
I've never heard.
Sprite. Listen,
doubling down on signature intrinsics.
Hold on. Time out. Sprite. It's delicious. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, that's a bit heavy-handed.
You don't need to do that, Sprite. It's good. You're good. It's tasty. I love it. We love it.
But according to this, they went through several rounds of development. Several. They didn't beef that one up at all. This was like the second try that they landed on. Like, oh, that's good.
Several.
Before landing on the optimal ratio of cherry lime flavor and cooling intensity.
My tummy feels cold.
It's designed to deliver waves of refreshment, with the cooling sensation building from the first sip to the last. Do we have to drink the whole bottle to get the whole experience?
I've been doing that. It does kind of feel colder.
Excuse me.
In my belly.
It says, while similar technology...
Wow.
Belching people.
Wow.
We might have to... Hey, Diane, can you cut all the belching from this? I don't know if people want that in their ears. Okay, sorry.
There wouldn't be anything left.
I'm not sure I'm like really getting the cooling thing that they're talking about.
I'll tell you, I'm going to drink the whole thing. I'll chug it right now. Hang on.
We have to check your body temperature. Yeah? You're feeling it?
Yeah, it's way colder. Oh my God, it's so cold. It's so cold.
Oh, you know what? I'm getting it now. I'm getting the cold.
You got to drink it fast.
It's making my eyes water. Consumers today are looking for multi-sensorial beverage experiences, so we saw a unique opportunity to elevate the crisp, refreshing taste Sprite fans expect with a first-of-its-kind cooling sensation. Excuse me.
Definitely a lot of carbonation in there.
Very carbonate.
I can't. Yeah. I'm just focusing on breathing right now. What would you rate it? 1 to 10.
I don't know, like artwork, I'm going to give I'm at a 4 out of 10 on this. The artwork is bad.
I'm at a 6. I like the minimalism.
I mean, it's a little bit almost retro in the simplicity of it.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Basically green with a little bit of blue and the word chill in a generic font. Sound. It made a good sound. I mean, but it's pretty standard.
Keeps making good sounds out of my body.
If we want to consider the sounds that it elicits in our bodies, then I would say it's like a 9.
I can't even talk. 9.5.
Yeah, high on the sound production values. Playfield is like, I don't know, I give it like 8. I give it an 8.
What is the playfield again in this?
The taste. It's like the experience. It's the experience.
I'm going to give it a solid 9, dude.
Okay.
And I guess, we want to give a special thanks to Mr. Van Dwiggins for recommending Sprite a chill for us to try. I love you, Van. I miss you. I hope you're doing well in Mormontown. I want to give you a special birthday shout out. Happy birthday.
Yeah, appreciate the rec, Van. Sprite chill.
Sprite chill.
Chill. The coldest is this.
Keep chilling.
And now for a word from our sponsor.
Let's face it, being sick is better than being in school. But it does get a little boring. I mean, how many Laverne and Shirley reruns can a guy watch? That's why this pocket pinball game is just what the doctor ordered. It's lots of fun, and it's small enough to play anywhere. And the built-in alarm tells me when it's time to get more sympathy. Mom, I need something to drink. You gotta milk a good thing for all it's worth.
Pinball, the unboard game by Nintendo.
And now, back to the show.
Yeah, so Terminator 2 is kind of new to both of us in that like neither of us have really ever played it much. So this isn't going to be like a full review of the game because we haven't owned it that long. But we will do a full review of the game at some point, right?
I hope so.
I would think so.
I hope so. I mean, I think, how many games do you say you have? I think I have maybe like somewhere between 10 and 15 so far on it.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably played it similar number of times. We still kind of suck at it.
Do you want to give a 10 to 15 play quick?
I mean, first impressions, it feels pretty modern for a 1991 game. Like the ramps feel very fast and like
that's
modern game.
That was going to be my first comment was those ramps are super fun. Those are my favorite feeling ramps.
Yeah.
The games that have ramps that feel like that. Kind of fast. They return it to you.
Really quick,
but it also flows through the whole ramp and returns, right? It's not like a weird ejection situation. It's just like a nice flow. And when you hit the ramps back to back, it feels like this cool kind of combo situation that feels awesome to hit and like
and the
flowy.
game rewards you for hitting alternate ramp shots, which is kind of like Fishtail. I mean, there's a bunch of games that do that, but it's just fun. It's always fun,
right?
And yeah, the ramps just feel great,
right?
I could just shoot the ramps on that all day long. And then like the rest of the shots are pretty expected. I mean, there's like a ball lock shot on the far left, and there's another ball lock shot on the left orbit, and then the right orbit is loopable for the whole playfield.
Right.
So you can get going pretty fast.
Oh, what about the skill shot? I know you like skill shots.
The skill shot is it's fine.
I love it.
I mean, it's cool because it's a trigger. It's different. It's a gun.
So you basically pull the trigger to shoot the gun, aka pinball.
Yeah.
At the stand-up targets that are at the kind of middle leftish, right, of the playfield.
Yeah, they're like vertically oriented almost.
Right, like a typical plunging skill shot where you have to kind of time the
moving light.
The moving light, but with a trigger.
Yeah.
I will say this: I love it. It's tons of fun. However, at game 16, I'm like, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
that's like my only maybe knock on the skill shot is it just kind of feels a little repetitive, but
Yeah, I mean,
but it's fun, man.
It's
cool.
fun because
I'm not complaining.
because you're pulling the trigger as opposed to pulling a plunger. But other than that, it's kind of a pretty typical skill shot.
Yeah,
I guess.
I still love it, man. I think it's tons of fun.
Yeah, and then it's got the famous cannon.
Yeah.
And
Skill shot 2.0.
yeah. I mean, the cannon is cool. Like
It's super cool.
a lot of games since then have used similar mechanisms. Like Star Trek: The Next Generation had dual cannons.
Right.
Yeah, the cannon is cool. This cannon is a gun or something, and it's rotating 180 degrees or something.
It rotates maybe 90.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's about 90.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's quick. Like you basically you only have 1.5 chances because once it hits that 90 and returns, it doesn't go back.
Yeah.
So it'll automatically launch for you, right?
And you're shooting sideways.
Right.
So lining it up is not super straightforward.
It's hard.
There's a little bit of like optical illusion happening to get it consistently. So it's challenging enough.
It's tricky.
I mean, you can get good at it for sure.
I just today when we played, I just felt like I finally kind of got the gist of where to aim.
Yeah, and
it's
there's like 5 or 6 stand-up targets that
the same ones from the skill
shot. Yeah, you shoot those to start multi-ball, and then so it's actually really easy to start a multi-ball in that game.
It's actually a good point.
Yeah,
all you got to do is basically get that center shot right where the what's the name of the
Terminator head, the robot head.
Right, so it's like a stand-up target, right?
Yeah,
or like a drop
it's
target.
Arnold without the skin.
Right, skinless Arnold head in the back, right?
Yeah, with glowing red eyes.
And then you basically you hit the drop target, drops, get the ball in there.
Yeah.
Right, and then it loads the cannon.
And then that loads the cannon, then you start your multi-ball. And you only got to do it once.
But you got to hit the lit shot though. If you don't you don't hit the lit shot, then you got to do it again.
With the cannon, right?
With the cannon, right.
Yeah. But it's not that hard
It's not that hard to hit,
I feel like I hit it at least 50% of the time, if not more.
That's a great game for someone who doesn't really have a lot of pinball experience because it has a bunch of quirky little things that make it fun in a way that's not pinball specific to your skill set. So if you just like aiming at stuff and shooting it or like trying to hit stuff, I think it's open to people that are into that kind of thing.
But yeah, I mean, we're kind of bad at it right now, which I'm actually happy about because my main concern getting that game is that it was going to be too easy.
It's not.
I don't think it is. I mean, we don't have enough games on it to like really, really know, but it doesn't feel excessively easy right now.
But also, man, like with those types of games, like those older, like, kind of System 11-ish games.
Yeah.
I mean, really, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't do some super secret bonus stacking and whatever. You kind of have to just be good. You have to be, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you basically play a lot for a long time and you work that score up.
Yeah.
So you really can't be too
and you
good
got to
at
hit
it.
those jackpots.
And you got to hit those jackpots.
Yeah.
So it makes it challenging in that way.
Yeah, and there's something missing in modern games with the jackpots.
Right.
The jackpots on those old games, like from the 80s and early 90s and stuff, it's just so much fun because like you can double your score in one shot, which just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's like not as balanced.
Yeah.
But there's definitely something missing in modern scoring. It feels like to me.
Yeah. For me, I don't know if it's missing. To me, it's almost like it's certainly different, but for me, it feels almost too complicated in a way.
Yeah.
Where my skills don't matter, right? Like I almost feel like I'm not good enough, even though I know I am.
Yeah.
Because I don't know these little like combo shots and special rules and stuff like that. With this Terminator game, like I can literally see where I got to go, and if I just keep hitting it, it just keeps amplifying and multiplying and multiplying and multiplying.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about those older games. It's just easier to kind of follow, and you can kind of build your skill that way.
Yeah, I guess like I get like with more modern Sterns and stuff, the scoring is very linear. Like it just feels like on a graph, it's just like a straight line.
Sure.
So like
I get what you're saying.
Time and score is just like a straight line on the graph.
I get what you're saying.
But those 80s and 90s games, it's not a straight line. It's like you're getting these huge jumps when you get these jackpots.
Yeah, it's more exponential.
And so there's more excitement about hitting one shot.
Yeah.
There's like that one shot. I feel like that's kind of missing somewhat on newer games. It always just feels underwhelming, like scoring wise. But it's more balanced. It's better for tournaments.
Yeah. I totally get what you're saying, and it's so true. And I think that one shot, all on the line, here we go, I got one chance kind of thing, that vibe makes it I don't know, feels more high stakes, more fun.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's
rewarding.
That's how very much Dracula is that way, and that was my first game, so it feels like a little bit of a return to that type of score.
How many times have you been right there, primed and ready to hit that shot, and then it like the ramp rolls back right down the middle, and then you're done.
Yeah,
and you got to build it all up again.
Yeah, it's high stakes. Feels high stakes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Was this the end of humanity? Suddenly, Don remembered the bottle of Sprite, chill, still cold, in his pocket. Being the good sportsman that he is, he offered a sip to his robotic opponent. Like kryptonite, the secret cooling agents within the limited time only, Sprite, chill, cooled the bot too much.
It's so cold.
Rejoice, humans win, and live to see another day. For now.
Hey Don, it's Jamie.
What? Where am I? What happened?
You're at the wormhole. I was able to use our space as an actual wormhole to get you back to present time.
I'm back in present time? Wait, what year is it?
Hey, it's Matt. It's 2024. Yeah, you've been missing for about a week. I guess Time Fantasy has some weird glitches, like possibly opening up time portals. Oh, and totally unrelated, but we just got a Terminator 2, and it's at the shop.
Be safe, my friend.
Leave this territory now. Return to your home.
Evacuate all personnel.